Hey everyone, welcome back to Sip Fearlessly. I am so excited for this episode today. Shout out to my co-host Cortez. He is not in today, but we have a very special segment. But before I get into that, I just want to shout out all the women on Women's History Month. I want to shout out all our young girls, our future leaders. Like, this is a very special month. We're celebrated all year round, but this is a very special month. And I just want to shout you guys out because I know that we are in times right now where a lot of us are pivoting, a lot of us are, just restructuring and things like that. And I know that can be challenging. So I want to send all my love to you guys because we're killing it. And also shout out to New Music Wednesdays. Today we have a special event for Women's History Month as well, which I'm running to after this. So shout out to them. Shout out to DigiWax, the Matrix Studios, and everyone who's a part of that project. Super dope. But like I mentioned, I have a very special segment today, and I cannot wait to introduce this very special young lady that I have here with me. So I wanted to put this segment together because I have dropped my new book, which is centered around financial literacy for the youth, and it is called Rich Kids, Mom's Lessons in Financial Growth and Entrepreneurship. So because I have launched this book, I wanted to also follow it up with giving an opportunity to elevate the youth voices and to have them come in and have an opportunity to, sit in the hot seat and put me in the hot seat and ask those questions that they want to know, from the adults, how they can navigate their life, how they can navigate starting a business, how they can navigate going to college, college savings plans, how to open up, an account, things like that are important for the youth to know. So we are starting the episode today with that, and we are so excited. So I have Kaydin Bent here. Hi, Kaydin.
Hey, my name is Kaydin Bent. I'm 13 years old, and I play basketball. And my goal is to play overseas or be a coach and just make sure basketball just takes me far.
Yes, I love that. Well, welcome. Welcome to the studio. I'm so happy to have you. Yes, and I wish you all the success in your endeavors. I know playing a sport is really hard, focusing on playing, on the practices, and also on your education. So shout out to you for doing all of that. You're doing good.
Thank
you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So let's dive in.
So I have some questions for you.
Yes.
What inspired you to write Rich Kids, and why is it important for kids my age?
So what inspired me to write Rich Kids, first and foremost, is because I'm a mom. So I also have 2 children. And during the pandemic, it was a tough time. Like, you guys had to stay at home. You guys had to basically get homeschooled, right? Even though you were meeting virtually online with your teachers. But I felt like it was a very difficult time. And I wanted to, being that I was home with my children, I was talking to them about different things and asking them questions about what they knew about the future, what the future would look like once they graduated, once they went off to college, if they even knew how much college costs and things like that. So that's what got me excited about writing this book, because I feel like all young children should be prepared for what's to come. I know when I was in school, when I was in college, I was not prepared. I didn't understand what a student loan debt was. I didn't understand that I could have started a college savings plan, and neither did my mom, So this is a great book because it brings the youth together with their parents, and it provides that education. So also the parents can understand how to navigate that. So that's part of the reason why. And then also, a lot of you young folks are so creative right now. So you're starting businesses in all different types of areas, right? Like, my young ladies are killing it with lashes and nails and hair and, even clothing, right? So I wanted to also do this so that you guys can understand what it takes to start a business, right? How to open up a business, what the different business formations stand for, and how they protect you. And also understanding that you need to put money away and save money for the future, right? And how to get funding. So those are all the reasons why.
When you were growing up, what is one money lesson you wish someone taught you earlier?
Definitely how to invest in your retirement plan, but also life insurance. I think that's very important. I think when you start working at a young age, like I started working straight out of college, I was enrolled into a life insurance, but I had no idea how it worked, how I could profit from it, things like that. So I think learning the education behind retirement and life insurance is very important. And also just like how to invest. So I do like a 101 investing class with my students when I meet with them. So I talk to you guys about what are your favorite brands, right? Like what are your favorite, like Nike, things like that. And looking at those stocks and playing around with them. There's a software that you can play around. You don't have to invest real money. So I think those type of things, I wish I knew at a younger age, because once you start investing, once you start entering into life insurance that can make money for you, then in the future when you're retiring, you have all of those assets available for you. So you don't have to work forever and ever, So I think those things were important.
What does being rich really mean to you?
Being rich for me is knowledge more than anything. I think I'm always a student, even though I've gone on and went to school, got my master's, all of that, and I also teach. I'm always learning. So I have my mentors as well. They're always teaching me new things that I don't know, and yeah, I think having the education is what being rich means to me, and that's why I also started the book. Yes.
Can kids really become entrepreneurs, or do we have to wait until we're adults?
No, absolutely not. Like I mentioned, you guys are killing it right now. You guys are full-blown entrepreneurs. Like in my building, they opened up like a little spa where they opened up booths for those things, for nails, for all those things. So no, you definitely, as long as you have your parents' permission and you guys work on it together, because it, sometimes depending on what type of business you want to start, it does take upfront funding, right? You have to put some money up front. So as long as you're speaking to your parents, they support you, you are good. There's not a specific age that you can start a business. Also, you can open up a bank account. I believe it's as young as 16. Again, as long as you go with your parent and your parent provides permission, and I believe it'll be a joint account with your parent until you're 18. So yeah, there's no age. You can start thinking about those things at a young age.
What's one small thing kids can do today to start building wealth?
Great question. I think definitely, this is going to sound cliche, but you know how when we were young, they told us put money in a piggy bank? Literally, that's how you can start. Like, start putting money away. When you get allowance, put a little bit of that allowance away. Don't just spend it all on something that you want right away, right? Because you have to think about want versus need, right? You may want something right now, but there might be something else that you want to save for in the future, right? So I think just putting money away, saving the money, I think that is one way that you can start learning how to invest for your future. Yeah.
What's the difference between spending money and investing money?
Spending money and investing money? Oh, I mean, spending money, that's what we do every day, right? Yeah. So, like I said, I think if we start looking at saving money at a very young age, then as we start getting older, we already become disciplined, right? So you start putting money away when you're young. As you start getting older, then you start learning about investing, whether it's in stocks, whether it's in mutual funds, whether it's in life insurance, whether it's in retirement. Once you start getting older, then you already have that discipline. So now when you get your check, right, at the end of the week after you worked, you're going to put 10% away or 20% away, 15%, whatever fits your budget. But I think that, sometimes we think about, again, even as adults, what we want right now. And that's where the spending becomes a bad habit, right? But also we're living in times right now where things are really expensive, so we really have to have a budget sheet and, really narrow down how much we're spending every month on, if you're young, whether it's on a toy, on a piece of clothing, whatever it is, how much money you have left over. When you're an adult, it's crossing out those bills first, making sure you pay all of that off, and then still taking out something, even if it's 5%, and saving it and investing it.
What's the biggest mistake kids make when it comes to money?
Spending it.
Yeah, I'd say the same.
That's definitely the biggest mistake. Because, again, we're thinking about what we want right now, right? Oh, man, Mom, I want the new sneakers that came out, or I want the new toy that came out, or I want the new, game that came out. So you're thinking about what you want right now, as opposed to thinking about the future, So I think that that's the biggest mistake that the youth make, but also not understanding the value of money. You know what I mean? Not understanding that money, I know when I was younger, money doesn't grow off of trees. You know what I mean? Not understanding that this was money that was, you worked hard, your parents worked hard to make that money to be able to give you an allowance and things like that. Even when you start working, you worked hard to get that money. So I always encourage the youth, if it's in your schedule, because I know you play sports and I know many other kids play sports, but I always encourage to at least have like a simple summer job. Because once you have that summer job and you start getting that paycheck, you're going to look at money very differently. Because now it's not just the allowance you're getting and you're just spending it right away. Now it's like you work hard for that money. So you're like, wait a second, I got $200 this week. I don't know if I want to spend it all. I might want to save it, So you look at it different because it's now your hard-earned money. Yeah.
One last question.
Yes.
If a kid wants to become rich one day, what are the first 3 steps?
Okay, so definitely, I think that every child should have like a goal they want to reach, right? So like you're playing basketball. So definitely, aside from education, which is very important, just having a passion and working on that passion. And if you stay, consistent and if you stay disciplined on that passion, you definitely have a great opportunity on achieving success, right? And getting rich off that passion. Second is understanding entrepreneurship. Understanding what it is to be a business owner or what it is to turn a passion into a purpose, right? And then the other thing is, again, learning how to save and invest. I think those 3 steps will help you get rich in the future.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for all those questions.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Yes. So now I'm going to flip the script a little bit and I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? All right. So, what advice would you give other young girls your age?
To remember that you are beautiful and you could put anything you put your mind to. You could do anything you put your mind to. That's what I say. And also make sure you save your money.
Exactly. I love that. All right. I'll flip this one on you also. What does success look like to you at your age?
At my age, I will say making sure your goals is being reached. For instance, I want to go overseas, making sure I want to play overseas and making sure I finish college. So I feel like that would be my success.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. Listen, production is telling me, why are you so focused on playing overseas, which is great, but you didn't mention the WNBA.
So I don't really want to be here. I want to be out there, and I want to see like different culture. I want to see what's out there, because any other day I can go to a Liberty game or a Spurs game if I ask my mom, but I just want to see what's out there.
That's a great answer. Yes, as you want to experience the world.
Yeah.
I like that. I encourage a lot of the youth, if they have the opportunity and they're interested in that, to pursue that. Because I think it opens up your mind just to like all the opportunities that are out there. Like you said, all of the different cultures, and then you get to see how everyone, everyone's upbringing is so different from us here in the States, so you learn to appreciate life a lot more. So I love that. I love that. All right. So what are some things you love about being a student?
I don't have to pay bills, and my only job is to go to school.
That's right. I love that. I love that. That's also like a good question right now, because I feel like we are going through a little bit of challenges in the school right now, with the teachers and the students, and just like the influx of like, just changing things around and changing teachers around. So the fact that you still love school and you're so dedicated, like, that's so great. I love that, yeah. All right. So who inspires you the most and why?
So I'll say my mom, because looking at my mom, she's hardworking. She makes sure she do what she gotta do. So I feel like I just gotta carry that legacy. I gotta make sure I'm doing what I gotta do and make sure I work hard if I really want it.
I love that. Yes, go Mom.
Thank you.
I love that. What makes you feel confident?
Say my mom. Because when I'm in a bad mood or when I'm even playing basketball, I'm just don't feel like I'm playing the best. There will be times I don't feel like I'm playing the best. I look at my mom, she's like, come on, pick up the intensity, you got this. So that just makes me feel more confident, want me to really get that chip.
Yeah.
Say yes. And then academically, she pushes me when I feel like I'm not doing good, when I don't feel like I'm going to do good on a test.
I love that. That's so cool. Yes, I love that you have that great relationship with your mom.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's important. I remember when my daughter was in middle school and she was going through like, you know, because I feel like middle school is so tough sometimes because you're like not a baby anymore in elementary school, but not yet, you know, a little grown in high school. So you're kind of like figuring out who you are. And I remember my daughter going through some challenges and me being there for her, you know, and me being able to pour into her and tell her she's beautiful and tell her she's smart and that she can do this and she can accomplish things. And, you know, now fast forward that she is a young adult, she remembers those things, you know, and she's like, I remember, Mom, you poured into me. So I love that. It's very special and important to have a relationship with your children the way you guys have one. Yes, I love it. All right. What are your dreams for the future?
So my dreams is to make sure I finish school, finish college, and make sure basketball gets me into college for free.
Yes.
And to play overseas or even be a basketball coach.
Nice. I love that. I love that. I love the free college.
Yes.
That's important. Yes. And you kids out there, if you have, you know, a talent, something you're interested in, if you like any type of sports, definitely enroll because that does help you in the future. Like as we've seen right now, there's so much going on with the student loan debt. There's so much going on with the government funding being taken away from education and just a lot of like things going on right now. So definitely start thinking about those things at a very young age because if you can utilize some of these different, you know, vocations to get you into college for free, definitely do it. So smart girl.
Thank you.
Okay, so my production wants to know, why do you also love coaching so much? Why is that one of your goals?
So when I was growing, like when I was a little kid, there were times, or when you play basketball, you don't have the best coach. And there'll be coaches that even put you down, or of course put you up. But I just want to be that coach that put you up, and I want to teach little girls to like be confident and that you're the best on the court.
Period. I love that. And you know, also like you're already thinking about the future.
Yes.
So if you're thinking this way, like once, you know, because you are going to reach, you know, your goals, you are going to play overseas, you're going to kill it. And once you're thinking about retirement, you already started with your coaching mindset. So you're going to be ready for that. I love that. And motivational speaker. Yes, it sounds like you definitely, absolutely, yes. All right, so let's talk a little bit about business and entrepreneurship. I'm not sure if you've thought about this yet. I know you have a lot on your plate, but if you could start a business today, what would it be?
So actually, I'd say I have two businesses.
Oh.
One called She's Flicks is where I take pictures of underdogs on the court.
Ooh.
And I have a team called She's a Baller, is where I got a group of, well, I'm still building the business where I get a group of girls that's struggling with confidence. So I get a group of girls to build their confidence and just making sure that they that girl.
Yes. Okay, so you're already thinking about this.
Yes.
Mom, nonprofit? That sounds like a nonprofit to me. Yes, I love that. Good for you.
Thank you.
All right, so we were talking about money, right? We were saying, you asked me, what's one of the worst things that kids do when they have money is spend it, right? Mm-hmm. So let me ask you, if you had $100, what would you do with it right now?
I would put it in my bank account because if I can go into college for free, at least I have a set of money on the side to make sure I get into college. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
But if I don't do that, I'll probably give it to my mom.
Oh, that's nice. I love that. And she'll do the right thing with it. She'll definitely save it for you for college. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And also, if you guys don't know, and parents out there, the college savings plan, the 529 college savings plans, definitely look into that. There's also other ones that you can look into. Start investing when the kids are young so that you don't have to go through this headache, because college is very expensive depending on, where your kids go. But if you have, a kid who, like Kaydin, is very, just empowered and very into her studies and wants to go to the best school and play sports and play basketball, then definitely you want to, have something in place to be ready for that, because it is an expense. All right. So this is a good question. What does being a leader mean to you?
A leader means that, this is a good question. A leader means that you are different and let me think. Yeah, I'll say a leader means that you're different, you're not a follower.
Right.
And yeah, I'll just say you're different.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the things that you said earlier, right? Like being someone who makes people feel confident, who empowers them, who uplifts them, right? Those are all qualities of a leader that you have.
Thank you.
I might say, yes. All right, what makes you unique?
I'll say my unibrow.
I love it.
When I do talk, my lip goes to the side. So I feel like that's what makes me unique and beautiful.
And beautiful. Yes, that's right. What message do you want other kids watching us to hear?
That to always have a backup plan and to remember to have goals set for you. And to the backup plan part, I'll say all goals, everything is not going to work out. So make sure you got a plan that can work out, or make sure you have something that you like. Like, for instance, me, I play basketball, but I do photography because basketball, it probably won't work out for me. So I do photography to help me, or to make sure I could do that when I'm older. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Yes, that's very important. Definitely have a backup plan, and I would say tap into all your talents.
Yes.
And that's what you're doing.
Yes.
You play basketball, you're playing basketball. You like to take photography, you have a good eye for that, you're doing photography. So definitely tap into all of the talents that you have, guys, especially when you're young. That is the time to literally fuel all of that.
Yes.
All right, I love that. All right, so you asked me what rich meant to me. What does rich mean to you?
Rich means you have lots of something, meaning that you could be rich with money, you could be rich with dogs, you could be rich with plants. It means you just have a lot of something. That's what it means. But if you talk about money, you rich with everything.
Yes.
But sometimes, because sometimes people got a lot of money but don't be happy. So it depends.
That's very true. That's very true. Money is not all happiness.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very true. All right. What would you tell kids, right? You're out on the court, you're taking photos. If they come up to you and they're like, Kaydin, I feel like giving up. I feel like I don't want to do this anymore. What would you tell them? What's some advice you would give them?
I'll say keep pushing, because as each day goes, you're getting closer to your goal. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, keep going, right?
Yeah.
That's good advice. Definitely. Definitely. All right. So finish this sentence for me. I believe kids can change the world by
speaking up and fighting for what is right.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Listen, we have a little advocate over here. Des, this is wonderful. Good for you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So I think you gave an advice, but if you can give a piece of advice to this generation right now, right? So we have social media, we have all these distractions, we have, just a lot of people feeling down and out because they feel like other people are achieving more, because they see all of this on social media, right? They want to be outside, they're just not focused. What is a piece of advice that you'll give them?
I'll say to stay focused And yes, you can be outside, but there's limits, meaning that don't be doing grown-up stuff. And I'll say having a backup plan and just making sure you step in a room with confidence.
Yes, I love that. I will also say enjoy your childhood.
Yes.
Enjoy your childhood. Have fun with it. Have so much fun. So much fun with your friends, but still, of course, you know, stay disciplined with your schoolwork.
Yeah.
But have so much fun with your friends and just be a kid.
Yes.
Because you don't have that for a long time. So that's an advice I would give as well. All right. What does your future look like? And how are you preparing for it today? I know you're doing so much. So walk me down the path of Kaydin's life on a day-to-day basis.
So I go to school. I come out, I make sure I get some work in practicing so I can head to that lifestyle where I go play overseas or of being a coach. So yeah, that's what I'll say. I'll say that I prepare myself by working out, getting my school work done, making sure schoolwork comes first before basketball. And yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. What's your favorite subject?
I'll say math.
Math. Ooh, you're a math girly like me.
Because I would rather learn numbers and symbols than reading words.
But you're good with words, though.
Oh, thank you.
You are. You're very good with words. So
Thank you.
don't check it completely off your favorite list because you're
Thank
really
you.
good. I'm pretty sure your essays are pretty phenomenal.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Okay, all right. So what is like fun when you're in school? Like when you're in school, like what's your favorite time of the day? Is it when you're like talking with your friends? Do you have a specific teacher that you love? Like what is your favorite part of a school day?
I'll say talking with my friends. I probably do that a little too much. And I'll say being with my teachers because I have a very close relationship with one of my math teachers named Mr. Cool. And I'll say this one where it's time to learn math. That's just, I love math. And
love
lunch.
It. Yes, and lunch. That's right. I love that. I love that. Oh, man. So listen, this was so amazing.
Thank you.
And I am very, surprised is not the right word. I am very just in awe of you and how incredibly smart you are and how empowered you are. And shout out to Mom for, you know, having you and making such a wonderful child. And I would just wish you like all the best. And I am so proud of you, even for coming and sitting here and being on camera, you know, and doing your thing. Like, let's close out with okay, we have only like 30 seconds. So let's close out with what's one quick advice you would give someone who's in front of the camera so they won't be nervous?
Keep your head up. It's okay to stutter. Just be free. Live life.
Oh my gosh, Kaydin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was so amazing. Guys, this is another episode of Sit Fearlessly, and we had our segment with Rich Kids, and Kaydin was our first guest host. I'm so excited. So we'll be back soon with some more, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, all right? Take care.
Thank you.